Hello Legacy students, Marsh here. So today we're going to do polynomial division, long division form. What you're going to want to have on you today is your pen or a pencil, your notes, that piece of paper I gave you in class, and then definitely going to want your thinking brain today because we're going to have to do some division and it's going to be a lot of steps that we're going to have to take. So first one you're going to want to fold. It should say long division on the front with polynomial on there. You're going to want to make a booklet, fold it in half, and inside it should say this. So make sure the one that you're folding and labeling says this in the inside. So for polynomial long division, essentially you're going to be long dividing numbers, but they're going to have x's in them. Basically, you're going to be used to write an improper polynomial as a sum of a polynomial with a remainder. Basically, it's going to help us to be able to divide out factors completely. So if you can divide 56 by 7 longhand, you can also divide x squared plus 4x minus 32 by x plus 8. Let's try long division with numbers. So let's do a reminder of how do we divide here. So first thing we're going to do is 172 divided by 3. Well, that's a 3 on the outside divided by 172. So then you ask yourself, what times 3 would give me 17? Because we can't go into 1, right? Well, that would be 5. 5 would go in, right? So that would be 15, because we went 5 times 3 and gave us 15. Subtracted that. Got 2. Then we dropped down the 2. And then we would, what times 3 would give me 22, which in this case would be 7. 7 times 3, that's 21. Subtracted, we got a 1. Now this was what was known as your remainder, right? Remember that? Right when you started dividing, you would put an R and then 1. But after you learned how to deal with it, you would go put your remainder over what you divided by. So my answer would be 57 and 1/3 in particular. Now let's look at this with polynomials. So a couple of questions we're going to ask ourselves here. First of all, we're going to have to set it up with the division. So inside is 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. Outside is x plus 5. Oop, I don't have a whole lot of writing room. Let me do some erasing here, guys. Hold on. There we go. Get myself some writing room at the top there. Divided by x plus 5. Now, what you're going to ask yourself is, what times x did we multiply to get 2x squared? That's what we get. That's what we're putting right here for number 1. So that would be 2x, right? 2x times x would give me 2x squared. So what we're then going to do is multiply this 2x by both of our terms. We're basically going to multiply by the distributive property. So 2x times x, that's 2x squared. 2x times 5, that's a positive 10x. Line them up, but then we're going to have to subtract. So basically you're going to change the sign. So whatever was positive becomes negative and that kind of stuff. Because remember, guys, you always subtracted to when you're taking it away. So then we're going to check. 2x squared minus 2x squared, well, that's just gone, right? Negative 3x minus 10x, that's negative 13x. Now we got to drop the 1. And we start the process again. So something times x gives us negative 13x. That'll be negative 13, right? So then negative 13 times x is negative 13x. Basically going to distribute here. Negative 13 times 5 is 65, negative 65. Just change our signs so we can subtract. We want these to cancel out ultimately. That's why we're having to change it. Those cancel off. I'm left with 66. So 66 is our remainder. So to finish our answer, this is our answer here, 2x minus 13, but I'm going to add on our remainder over what we divided by. That would be our answer in particular. Let's try another one here. So 2x squared plus 5x plus 3, we're going to divide by 2x minus 1. So we're going to put 2x squared plus 5x plus 3, and we're going to divide by 2x minus 1. So something times 2x needs to give me 2x squared. So what times 2x would give me 2x squared? X, right? So let's put an x there. So this would be 2x squared and then minus x, right? Because x times negative 1 would give me negative x. Change our signs. Cancels off. We're left with 6x. Drop the 3. So now, something times 2x needs to give me 6x. That'd be 3, right? Plus 3, a positive 3. So let's distribute the 3 in. So 3 times 2x, that'll give me 6x. 3 times negative 1, that is a negative 3. Change our signs so you can subtract, so these guys cancel off. And then it looks like my remainder is 6. So my final answer, x plus 3 plus 6 over 2x minus 1. For my final answer when I am dividing. Now, sometimes you're going to be missing terms on either of the sides, on the outside or the inside, in the divisor or the dividend. What you're going to want to make sure is put a 0 as a placeholder. So if I notice here, notice how they were missing the x squared term. It's kind of gone. So we're going to have to put a 0 in the front of it. So let's go ahead and write out our problem here. Notice how I'm putting a 0x squared for that placeholder there. We're going to divide by x squared plus 3x minus 5. Oof. Big, big, big. So, starting my long division here, something times x squared gives me x to the 4th. X squared, I think. So x squared times x squared, that's x to the 4th. We gotta make sure we multiply fully though. X squared times 3x, that would be 3x cubed. Board's going a little funky today. X squared times negative 5 would be negative 5x squared. Okay. Change your signs, so that's going to be minus, it's going to be a minus, it's going to be a plus. X squared, x to the 4ths are canceled. 4x cubed minus 3x cubed, that is an 1x cubed. 0x squared plus 5x squared, that is a 5x squared. Now we need to drop x. There we go. Restart the process. Something times x squared gives me 1x cubed. An x? That would do it, right? So let's multiply. X times x squared, that is 1x cubed. X times 3x, that's 3x squared. And x times negative 5 is a negative 5x. So let's change our signs. This was positive, so now it's going to be a negative. This is a positive now. Cancels. 5x squared minus 3x squared, that is 2x squared. Plus 6x. Drop the negative 1 now. Almost done, I swear. So something times x squared will give me 2x squared. That'll be a positive 2, I think. So let's multiply. 2x squared, 6x, negative 10. Change my signs. Cancels. 6x minus 6x, that's canceled. I'm left with 9 as my remainder. So my final answer to this problem, x squared plus x plus 2 plus 9 over what I divided by. Nice long, really, really, holy buckets of monkeys long problem. Example 4, I want you guys to try on your own. You should get, look at the little bubble here, you should get a remainder of 0 after you're done dividing. So be careful, make sure you get that. We will look over that problem in class as well. But until then, that's the end of this video. I'll see you later, Sabers.